Look at this, it's like something out of Bill and Ted. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, nobody else is here because it's Saturday. No one else is foolish. It's been a few weeks since last we talked, so what have I been doing? Well, this is where the fruit cages used to be. You may get a hint by all this charcoal here what I did with the old wood that the previous tenant left stacked against the shed. It never rotted down, so that's all going to go in here. This is going to be what we're going to have in here. Wok brock, it's kind of broccoli, Brussels sprouts, things like that, because it's going to be heavy and it's not been improved very much. The pear blossom is just starting to come on, as is the apple blossom. I think the trick here is to try and get some fruit off it, so I've got to strip lots of small fruit off that. The rhubarb is just doing rhubarb things, it's indestructible. These are the two beds we'll be working, well, one of these beds we'll be working on, I'll talk about that in a minute. The gooseberry bushes are still alive, this one's not. It's the only plant, actually this and the rhubarb are the only plants that remain from the original tenant. In here I've got Pentland javelin potatoes, in here I've got Anya, Ira, I can't read my own writing, just in this bit here. You can see the difference between these beds, hopefully. This one's a lighter colour and it's a lot sandier. I put sand and things in this over here. This one's really dense and clayey. So, job for today is to put some extra soil in here, some nicer soil, and make this carrot and onions. I'll show you what's been going on in the greenhouse quite a lot. Apart from digging out the compost heap, which was a lot of work over many weeks, it's all grown. So, look at these. Brussels sprouts, these are Evesham special. We've got peas. Down here we've got marigolds to hopefully keep the ants off the apples this year. I've got some onions coming up. I've got rocket going. I've got, might need a water, nicotina. Those small plants will be going back to the house, so I can go in the garden. So I've got some flowers. Apparently smell nice at night. Giant sunflowers, because I'm going to compete with my brother who does it every year, and his are enormous. So I was going to give that a go. We've got various salads. After the success of last year of not buying back salads all summer, I've just got salads going in the greenhouse, and then some more onions down here. What else? So I'm going to be sowing some more kale. This was, what is it? Nero di Tosca, which was very, very successful here last year, so that's going again. Tomatoes, just because I've got to use the greenhouse for something hot. This terribly named wok brock. It's a bit like mac and cheese and things like that. I hate people shortening things like that. Spag bowl. Kichi, Chinese broccoli, that's much better, I'll call it that. And then some carrots from Lidl, because these are cheap. Charisma. I've never had much success with carrots. It's stony and claggy and things, so that's what we're doing, improving that today. I'm waiting for this hair to tame itself. So we're going to get cracking. It's not warm. It's not warm here, but that's fine. I'll soon warm up. I'm dressed for dinosaur weather. So what we're going to do first, I'm going to sieve some soil and improve it. I've got lots of lovely peat-free compost in here. Sorry, rustle. In the slightly tumbled down shed, which I am patching up in places. Look at this. Seamless. My woodworking skills are like this. Okay, let's get cracking and make a bed. Oh, I should do it before and after. Hang on. We'll stop this shot, do another shot, and do like magic reveal. Hang on. An hour and a half, maybe 2 hours? I wasn't expecting that. I've dug it out. I've taken all those stones out. I've got some bonuses. I've got potatoes down the bottom, so I've dug those out. Filled it full of compost. I'm going to put the carrot seeds in. Wrong pocket. Carrot seeds in. There we go. And cover them up with a bit of this, which is kind of mineralized straw. Used in what are they called? So the biofuel generators down in the West Country. So yeah, I've done a really wonky line. So we're gonna have a wonky line of carrots. I'm gonna space them out really well because number one, I don't want to thin them because that's a pain in the bum. And the other is I want to do succession sowing. Oh crikey, that's hard. And instead of just doing like a little bit and a little bit, what I'm going to do is big spaces and then just fill in the blanks, because then you can see where some of them haven't germinated, so you can fill those in extra. Yeah, get those in. I'm not going to do videoing of that because I'm going to get dirty hands. It's just sticking them in and then covering them up. You can see them covered up in like about a second. It looks like manure, but it's not. Definitely not. I think you can tell where the carrots are. Hopefully they'll be okay. I've not had a great success with carrots, but everything else seems to be going quite well. Sprouts are good. So, Kichi, Mockbrook. Kichi's going in. Don't know what they look like. Kale, good kale. And only a couple of tomatoes, we're going to put those in. So I've got pots ready. Plant away. I thought you'd be curious to see what the Kichi seeds look like. They're very much like the kale, but a bit bigger. Makes them easier to handle. They're all going in at 1.5 centimeters. Well, whatever my finger is, top of my finger, and tomatoes are in about 1 centimeter. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like those. Oops. It's a productive morning. What time is it now? 11 o'clock. 3 hours. Well, that flew by. So, now we've got tomatoes, we've got the Kichi, we've got the kale. These peas are looking great. Yeah, it's all feeling quite productive, which is great. The next big job I've got to tackle is where the fruit cages were. So I had failed watermelons at the bottom last year. I dug out the compost. I've still got bindweed to come out of that. Remade the compost heap. Yeah, it's looking quite good. And then when the plants that are in the greenhouse are a bit bigger, I'm going to put the onions down the side of the carrots. Look at that strip. Very beige, very sort of 70s sci-fi. Onions to protect the carrots from carrot fly. I might just cover them as well. Can't remember what I'm putting in there. I can't remember. I should know because it's here. I don't know. Peas, maybe the peas, and then all the brassicas are going in there. So yeah, a productive day. Look at the grey cloud. I'm going to cycle on home for a cup of coffee, I think. Thanks for joining me. I realise I'm going a lot. It's been very nice to read your comments from around the world. I hope you're enjoying your gardening. I've got a few new allotmenters joining me, so I hope you. It looks prettier than mine. It is not pretty. Look how pretty these are around here, and Barbara's. They put me to shame. I'll get them one day, but it'll take a while. I'm very slow. Thanks again. I will see you next time. Maybe warmer, and I've washed these grubby hands.